You leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference, happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit lovboma.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It's getting a little chilly outside. Arr.
It sure is. I'm sure it's a little chillier here in Nebraska than it is wherever you guys are at, Huntsville and then Houston. Good morning, AG. How was the weekend?
In a second here.
Okay, there it is. Raff, how was the weekend?
It was good. It was good. Went up to Nashville and watched the Nebraska women's gymnastics team compete in their first meet of the season. So got to see Nebraska in action. It was pretty cool. All the parents that were there that spoke to parents that are from Canada and some transfers that came in this year. So it's always cool to see that. So that was a fun night.
AG, how was the weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Watched some good football, wrapping up college into the NFL. Regular season is over. Now we get into the last 14.
Yeah, I know.
NFL teams.
Yep, yeah, there's a lot. The playoffs are going to be the playoffs are going to be kind of interesting, which we got to wait. I'm going to try to keep all those thoughts reserved because I know we're going to talk plenty about it throughout the course of the show here, so far and so forth, or so on and so forth. But guys, like I said, so it snowed here in Lincoln. Obviously, we didn't get as much as I think they were calling for, which was a pleasant surprise. I spent a little bit of time shoveling on Sunday morning. People got or Jay was texting me because he tried to call me and I did not answer, and then I said sorry, I was shoveling. And he goes, it wasn't enough to shovel. So I don't know if certain parts of the city got more than others. I'm in the south side of town, and I was like, yeah, my neighbor was doing the snow blowing. I just needed the shovel. But, I don't know what it is, but the snow is here. People are driving slow. The commute to work wasn't too bad, though.
Yeah, it wasn't snowing here, but it's in the 30s. A little Arctic blast that we've gotten in the last 5 years has been doing this in Texas. Mm-hmm. All the way through, starting with through Oklahoma and then all the way south, where people in Texas, down here in Houston, I would say Dallas, it snows, it gets under 30 a lot, but down in Houston, it's a rarity, and so people kind of lose their mind a little bit, But they learn the driving skills that you got to pump your brakes, you can't hit your brakes fast because you're gonna slide. I've seen it happen plenty of times on the highway, just tap it. So going through that little Arctic blast. I think it might be this whole week is going to be around 30 or a little bit below it, and then it's going to kick back up to the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, guys, I don't think there's any worse place to be right now than in Kansas City. Did you guys see the conditions out in Kansas City?
Yeah, I saw some posts of that.
It is a blizzard. They named it a blizzard. But I mean, it looks like an ice rink on the interstate. And so I was watching our former colleague, Nate Brennan, who obviously works at the CBS station down there. He was kind of tweeting some things out and showing kind of what it looked like around Kansas City. And it was icy. And so it makes us, be appreciative that we only got what we got up here in Lincoln. Raff, how excited are you? Did you celebrate yesterday after a dominating win against a Chiefs team that didn't play their best players, or were we acting like we had been there before?
Acted like we'd been there before. But it'd been a while. It'd been like 9 years. But hey, it worked. That was crazy about that weather you're talking about. There was some question whether the Chiefs were going to show up to Denver. They were stuck on the runway for like 3 hours on Saturday, trying to get into Denver. So,
interesting.
There's a possibility they didn't even show up to Denver. I mean, there's that part too. Do you guys? Okay, here's this. I saw this take over the weekend from one of the talking heads, national people, whatever it is, And I saw it to where they felt like it was unfair to the Cincinnati Bengals or to those teams that needed some things to happen from other games, that if we're just going to eventually sit the best players for these teams that have already made playoff, clinched a playoff berth, if they're just going to sit their players in week 18, why have a week 18 at all? Right. And so week 19, week 18. So it's essentially they were asking, why even have the extra week? Just go back to 17 if all you're going to do is make games not as competitive in week 18. I don't know where you guys land on this, but I also sit there and I go, well, if the Bengals just win their games, then they don't have to worry about, having other things happen for teams that are depleted.
100%. I mean, you nailed it right on that last remark, Nick. That's it. Win your games. The season is going to do what it's going to do. They're going to either plan it for 18, like they went from 16 to 17. Going for 18 is the next step, but it's going to be the same dilemma. If teams show up and play and have healthy players, ready to go, or have players they want to sit, that's their choice. That's not the fans' pick. That's one thing I say about sports, and this is one thing in football I've tried to explain to my fan friends out there, particularly in Wisconsin, but really all over. But they got to understand these are the rules. Now, create you a league, and then you can run it how you want. That's what I tell them, because you're not going to change that. It's going to be what it is. Coaches going to make the decision, or players will say, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going for the record, or we don't need to play. Let's be smart. Let's get a week off, extra week, because Chiefs and other teams had bye weeks. That will have bye weeks coming in for the playoffs.
And also, too, that the week 18, I mean, I know it was a slim chance, but we talked about it last week about the Chiefs playing their starters. Mm-hmm. I said from the get-go, whether I was a Chiefs fan, not a Chiefs fan, you could not play your starters in that game.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that you want them healthy for the playoffs. But but the Bengals fans, if the season would have ended last week, they still would have been out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so would the Dolphins. Yeah. So they needed that week 18. I know it was a slim chance for them, but at least there was a chance.
Yeah. That we look back at that week 1 Patriots Bengals game, a matchup where the Patriots actually beat the Bengals. I believe it was in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. And we sit there and go, man, that had quite a few implications, because Gerard Mayo potentially still has his job. If the Patriots would have lost and kept the number 1 pick. And then on top of that, the Bengals probably would have made the playoffs. But the Bengals, over the last couple of years, this is not just a 2024 season thing. They've started seasons poor, and they've had to come back and make some miracles happen in the middle parts of the season. They just didn't get started quick enough. And that's something that going forward, I don't know what their plan is at the running back position, right? They allowed Joe Mixon to walk after all the stuff. He now has a home in Houston, it appears, with the Texans. Yeah. And so Chase Brown was fine, but they need to decide, okay, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, obviously you're going to lean towards Jamar Chase, and I think that's the right call. A guy who had, 17 touchdown catches this season. And so I'm curious what the future looks like, because they're probably going to have to allow some guys to walk. That defense needs some help tremendously, because Hendrickson cannot be the only guy that makes plays defensively. And ultimately, the Bengals got to figure out a way to start quick in the big picture at the start of the season.
Right. You just look at something in the offseason, whatever the offseason looks like prior to right before training camp. And that's really among the players themselves individually, because as we know, players train themselves. They go to clinics down, or resorts down in Florida or Texas or Arizona, Mississippi, Alabama, wherever it's warm in the off season, to get all their injuries healed up and then work on their technique. They got quarterback coach gurus around the United States, from wide receiver camps and stuff like that, and tight end university. So they work on that stuff on their own. So for Burrow, he's one of those guys that comes in and gets hurt, or then he's down for a month and he doesn't hit the stride until mid-November, when it's like you should already be in that stride of getting points, scoring, being accurate with Jamar Chase and his receivers, T. Higgins, to name people. So they got to figure that out. And like I said, if it's an off-season thing, like Zach is going to ask him, hey, what are y'all doing right before? All of you, because right now it looks like we get into camp, or if it's a camp thing, maybe I got to look at it myself as a coach and say, how am I getting these guys ready to go for the season? Are we doing the right things in practice from from training camp to the training to weightlifting and to nutrition or any. You got to look at it and see what's going on with that, because you nailed it. Ever since Burrow, I think since Burrow's been on the roster, they've having delayed startups to their regular seasons.
Yeah, which Raff, I mean, that's so bizarre too, because they have talent. Like, you look at that offense, and I truly do believe that Joe Burrow is a top 5 quarterback in the league. Yeah. And he's got weapons. It's just something. They had some offensive line injuries, right? They had a couple of guys get banged up in the game on Saturday against the Ravens, or against the who did they play? Against the Steelers. Thank you. Against the Steelers, and yet things were just fine. We got so much more to get to, guys. We're up against the clock, but a big win. We're going to talk next segment. Big win for Nebraska basketball on Saturday against the 15th ranked UCLA Bruins. I'd expect a little number next to Nebraska's name when the AP poll is released today. We got Husker basketball to talk, Husker basketball, NFL as the Sunday night football game was. It was a bad offensive showing by the Lions, but yet they still put up 30 plus.
They have a Gibbs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk Broncos. We'll talk some of the wild card matchups. Every single year that the Houston Texans have been in the playoffs, they've had the first Saturday wild card game as well. The 3:30 p.m. game on Saturdays. So that's kind of interesting as well. And then plenty of Husker football conversation, because they got a couple of big recruits over the weekend as well.
True.
Perfect. We'll go to break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
New year, new you? Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help make sure you keep that resolution this time. Our proven system combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, along with our expert coaching to make sure you're moving forward toward your goals. The next 10-week challenge starts January 11th, but if you enroll now, you can start today and get a head start on those gains for no extra cost. Plus, head to fxblincoln.com and you can save $100. Don't wait. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with winds letting up in the afternoon. See a high around 20. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and it'll be cold with a low of just 6. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return with a light breeze and a high around 22. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 3.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill, the freedom of gliding with ease, and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Looks like the Bengals have already looked into stuff to improve for next year. They fired their defense coordinator, Lou Anarumo, this morning. So they'll be moving on from him and bringing in somebody new next year. So we'll see if that'll help them in their early season exploits.
And that's another part of the game, is making sure all the facets are functioning together, complementary style. So defense was off and on, you could say, quite a bit among the players out there, but it starts at the head, starts at the leadership of the unit, basically. So there you go.
And I got to ask Nick.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, big question for you right now.
What's that question?
Are you using your Husker mug that you got on Saturday?
Absolutely not. I didn't even get one, honestly. I'll be 100%
you got
honest.
there early.
Is it at the stadium, at the vault?
I certainly did not get there 6 hours early. I think I walked in. It was probably 15 minutes before tip-off or so. I found my seats. Shout out to friends of the station for providing the tickets. But anyway, it was good. A couple buddies and I went to the game, and it was,
JTP.
That's right. And so it was a good time. And so it was great environment. First of all, I did not get the voucher for the mug. It is smart for them to do the whole voucher thing, get it at the end of the game though, because I was a little concerned about people breaking them mid-game. First off, you to get up from your seat and it's breakable. So I was a little concerned about that to start. So smart and good on Nebraska for having it, via voucher. to where you get it at the end of the game. They also get people to stick around for that if they want the mug. The mug said world's best fan or something like that, I think, with a Herbie logo on the other side. It's cool. I did not get the mug. I have enough mugs at home. We're good. So I went for the enjoyment. And yeah, the beer tasted good. So anyway, no, I mean, Nebraska basketball, though, most importantly, on the floor. They get the job done. They get the job done. They win 66-58 against the Bruins. Bruins, 15th in the country. They did not look like a top 15 team. Maybe defensively, right? They caused some fits for Nebraska defensively, but man, offensively did not shoot well. UCLA only shot 4 of 28 from three-point land. They shot 22 of 57 from the field. I mean, unfortunately, you're talking 38% from the field the entire game, 14% from beyond the three-point line. And they didn't get to the free throw line enough to make that matter. They got to the free throw line, I think, like 6 or 7 times in the game. They shot 13 free throws. They just didn't get they weren't able to get kind of a presence inside. We saw Tyler Bilodeau, who played in 33 minutes. He only attempted 9 field goals. He shot 6 of 9, but once again, that's one of their biggest guys on the floor. And that was one that we talked last week about a potential matchup problem, and yet he only got to the free throw line once. Nebraska did a good job against him, limiting him to 15 points, which is under his season average.
Yeah, definitely. Watching film, they probably picked that up where, you know what, don't let him get going or hot, because you throw a guy in there, defend him up, and you got to be clean with him. You know, play good, solid defense, but don't get touchy. Don't get handsy where the referee's going to eventually, throw those calls out there. So good, smart coaching there for Hoiberg and his team, the defense up to D up these guys. And then watching Gary, watching Bryce Williams play, they definitely showed their prowess, their leadership. And so Gary hitting some big big 3-pointers in the game. And then overall, even Burke getting in the fray of it, throwing up a 3-pointer there. He was 1 for 3, but that type of shot from that player brings in momentum and brings in, more of the, motivation behind, like, look, this is going to be a team win. Everybody got to step up and do what they can. And sometimes throwing up a 3-pointer from the big man that usually doesn't shoot those shots, that helps out and continues with building momentum against a big team coming in and get this win against top 15 team.
Well, and Raff, speaking about Berke, obviously a little bit of a Berke revenge game against his former team that he transferred from last season. However, I was impressed with Berke in a little bit of a fashion that, yeah, he struggled shooting the ball on Saturday. There was a lot of players for Nebraska that struggled shooting the ball and had uncharacteristic type of days. Connor Essegian went 0 for 6. Berke went 1 for 8. So through that, though, during the 1 for 8, Berke figured out a way to make his presence known in other facets of the game. You see him; he had 9 rebounds. He was matched up on Bilodeau to start, and there was some interesting just situations to where Nebraska had some advantages. And I thought in the rebounding game, Nebraska out rebounded UCLA by 5 when it was all said and done. Berke struggled with a little bit of foul trouble, so it didn't feel like Berke played a whole lot. But ultimately, he's despite not finding his groove offensively, still figured out a way to affect the game in a positive way for the Huskers, and it was in the rebounding in the rebounding box score.
Yeah, that's huge for Nebraska that they're able to find those other facets that you were speaking about. I was stunned with Connor to have a game where he goes 0 for 6 from 3-point land, because Nebraska's really been depending on him, giving them points, and that there are other people that were that stepped up, and you had that Andrew Morgan played well. So it was cool. It was cool to see Nebraska get that victory, and I just don't think you can say enough about the home field or the home court advantage that Nebraska has there at PBA. I mean, they continue to run that streak out, so it's good to see.
Go ahead, AG. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, like Raff mentioned, we got people stepping up like Andrew Morgan, also Sam Hoiberg coming in, always able to drop a nice dime here and there. He had a couple assists there, but able to penetrate and also playing good, solid defense too. And I know it's not a big factor because basketball is an indoor sport, but I'm pretty sure the UCLA Bruins, when they got off that airplane in Lincoln, Nebraska, they was like, what in the heck is this?
Well, and it was a prototypical like Mick Cronin coached game for UCLA and for Nebraska. The last time he was here, it was an overtime ball game between Nebraska and Cincinnati. Nebraska won it 56-55 in overtime. I mean, it just a gutted out type of game. Guys, this is where like the experience we're continuing to see the growth and the maturity of Bryce Williams. One of the things he does so well is get to the free throw line. He did not have a good day in terms of shooting the basketball, Bryce Williams. He just goes 2 of 12 from the field, and it's the right amount of volume, I think, but man, the efficiency wasn't there shooting the basketball for Bryce. I think he only hit 1 3-pointer, if I remember correctly. And so you look at Bryce Williams and go, okay, how can he still impact the game in the scoring column, get to the free throw line? We saw him really start to do that in the second half, and that's where he got over half of his points. Bryce Williams, he finishes with 16 points. 11 of those 16 came from the charity stripe. That's the way that you got to do it. If it's going to be a single digit victory, number one, you were able to put the game on ice and extend the lead when needed, but also to try to just get into a rhythm. That's how you get it done, is figure out a way to get to the free throw line and take a couple charity stripe shots. And, there you have it. Bryce Williams, still Nebraska's leading scorer when it was all said and done, despite shooting 2 of 12, which is so uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, it's going to have this. The NBA season is going to be like that lightweight season coming off the bench. Last game, he had the 20 points, had a few big shot 3-pointers. I think 6 of them last game and nothing this game. So just got to find your way. If it's going to play defense a little tougher, against some turnovers, grabbing boards, as we saw Burke do. And same with Bryce. You got to find out where you put, that shot might not be on right away. And then you find another thing to do, because the game has to still get played. That means you got to play defense. And then you got to also be an offensive rebounder if you have to be, or a defensive rebounder, or even getting steals and doing what you can to get your game going. Because sometimes that shot might not be on there right away. So yeah, going to somewhere else in the game of basketball, that's something you could do on that court, being a leader, then that'll help you, complement every part of the game offensively and defensively.
Yeah, Raff, I mean, so I was looking at this over the weekend, Raffy, and it's kind of bizarre because Nebraska, so 12-2 is their overall record, right? They're now 2-1 in the Big Ten Conference. They have a game on the road in Iowa City on Tuesday night. But what I was going to mention is, you look at the Big Ten from top to bottom, and we can't stress this enough. You look at the Big Ten from top to bottom, the team with the worst record overall in the Big Ten Conference is Minnesota with an 8-6 record. That's your worst overall record in your entire conference. You look at some of these records, and I get it. A lot of these teams, maybe even Nebraska included at times, they schedule a little bit of easier non-con games so they can get into a rhythm, figure out rotations, figure out lineups, that so on and so forth. But you look at some of these records. I mean, there's multiple teams at 12-2, including Nebraska and Michigan State. There's Oregon, who's a top 10 team, who's 13-2. Illinois is 11-3. Purdue's 11-4. UCLA, who Nebraska just beat, is 11-3 with a quality win over Gonzaga. And so we're talking about, okay, how can Nebraska continue to stack up quality wins? There's going to be plenty of opportunities coming forward, right? It's in some order. It's Iowa, Rutgers, Purdue, Maryland are your next 4. But then on top of that, you look at like what a win against Indiana was able to do for Nebraska. Well, just a couple days ago, if not yesterday, Indiana goes on the road and wins at Penn State. Like, those are quality wins, because since Nebraska beat Indiana, we're cheering for Indiana now to beat any teams that are above them, because that makes Nebraska's win against the Hoosiers look better.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's gonna be. It's fun too. Just looking at the top 25. Also, it surprised me that Nebraska really hasn't garnered much attention from like those national pundits to get the votes. So it will be interesting today, like you said. Will there be a number next to our name? Because they're going to have to get a few more. I think they were at 1 vote last week in the AP. So it'll be interesting to see if people take that much attention to that victory over UCLA to where we can be put up in that top 25. That area. So it'll be fun to watch, and then hopefully they can go to Iowa City and represent themselves well, and get a W there. That'd be huge at Carver Hawkeye.
Yeah, this is going to be an Iowa team too, guys, where they're coming off of a pretty embarrassing loss on the road at Wisconsin. They allowed 116 points to the Wisconsin Badgers over the weekend. They lost 116 to 85 in Madison. And you know, that Wisconsin team, that's kind of what they do. They put up a lot of points. They also give up a lot of points. And that was with Iowa's best player, Peyton Sanford, going like, I think he went 0 for 5. He kind of had a Connor Sejan type of day. It was like an 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 from 3-point land. He averages over 18 points a game. Well, maybe not now, but he averaged over 18 points per game. And he finished, I think, with 2 or 4 points on Saturday against the Wisconsin Badgers, but the Hawkeyes were still able to put up 85 points. So it's going to be a test. Nebraska, Nate Lenzer, their game plan defensively against the Hawkeyes. I feel good about Nebraska's chances. Like, these are the ones that if you want to prove that you and continue to prove not only to the fan base, but to yourself that you're continuing to take steps in the right direction, these are ones that you like to have if you're Nebraska, AG.
No, you got to have games, because once you get into the Big Ten tournament, that's those games you don't want to have in those bubble games. You got to try to push and stress out to win. You want to win these games early and get in control, and then get in rhythm too. Because we talked about with NFL playoffs teams and then bowl teams that were eligible for the CFP this year. So those teams get in stride mid-season, and so this is that time you start doing that now for college basketball teams. Work all the kinks out. Have those bad games now, because then you could test the waters there. You know what? I did this last game. Can't do this last game from a coaching staff standpoint of how you're going to address the team, how you're going to confront a team defensively, offensively. But as the season, goes on, and we'll be out of January before you know it. And then February is here, and then we're looking into tournament play, and then March Madness comes here before you know it. So you got to make sure all those facets of your game as a coach, from defense to offense, to who your shooters are, who your swing players are coming off the bench, making sure you got those guys where they're comfortable. They know the routine, and when they're going to come in and help out, do their role, and then get back off the court. But then also the main starters too, of how they're going to have their mindset ready to go for these Big Ten games coming up with the tournament and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, this segment sponsored by our friend Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a well-respected and trusted representative since 1999. He can help you protect your home, your auto, your family, your future. Give Jack a call today, 402-421-9100, or visit them online, fbfs.com. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. All right, Raffy, take us to break. We got history on the other side, my friend.
All right, we'll throw to break. It's The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference, happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe. Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way, so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Having diabetes doesn't have to ruin your new year. Join a Nebraska-supported program like Living Well with Diabetes. You'll learn how to manage your symptoms, feel more confident, and reduce stress about your diagnosis. Search Nebraska Living Well with Diabetes and click on the DHHS Healthy Living Programs page to learn more. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Got a live report that AD is killing it out in Norris today, giving his speech. But the picture I got, it was AD and the slide in the background was the Tiger King, Joe Exotic. So I'm not
Oh,
sure.
is that right?
I'm not sure what he's linking there. So I have a feeling there's some good point that he's making there, but I wasn't 100% sure.
That'll have to be our first question to AD when he's back tomorrow. Is how did you work Tiger King into your speaking engagement yesterday?
Yeah, that's definitely a question. That raised a lot of questions with me where I was like, I wonder how he does, but I'm sure he rounds it in quite well. She just said that he is killing it today. So I was like, good job, AD. So
hey, at least we know AD didn't lie to us about where he was going to be today either.
Yeah, no lie.
We have eyes and ears.
I guess he's not out golfing.
No. You're probably pretty crazy if you're out even attempting to golf. I was thinking this morning on my way into work, I was like, man, there's people out there golfing in Arizona right now, and I wish I was one of them. So anyway, they're not even able to golf where AG's at, and that's pretty bizarre.
It's 30 degrees here. You'd be a G if you were out there on the course right now. Gangster.
Have you guys ever heard AD speak? Like give a full presentation or a full?
Yeah, I did on the sidelines my freshman year when he would just talk up the sidelines during practice. They'll just tell him, "Shut up, AD, shut up." They're like, "Come on," obviously, like, I'm not saying that. I'm a freshman, so
yeah.
It's insane. Like he'll speak for 45 minutes, and it goes by so fast, and like you are fully entertained the whole time. I always laugh. I always feel like there's two ADs. You have AD the person side, then you have AD when he turns it on for the. I mean, it's unreal. If you have not heard AD talk, you definitely need to do that. It's awesome.
Yeah, so just find the local high school that AD's going to, and just stop in the local high school, and you can check it out. There you go. That's the advice from Raff right there. If you hear, hey, AD's at a local high school or middle school, just go in and
stop on by.
Just walk on in. Hi, here Aaron Davis is speaking today.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do. All right, let's get to history. Raff, what you got for us today?
All right, everybody. Today's history. 30 years ago today, Nancy Kerrigan was hit in the knee.
Oh my goodness!
By Tanya Harding's bodyguard. I mean, for a good, probably year and a half at least. I mean, that was like the drama of all live television dramas. Was that?
Yeah, it was
that happening. I mean, looking back on it now, I couldn't believe it's been 30 years. But man, that story just kept on going. Like
it kept going. It grew everything: legs, head, arms, everything.
Then it was linked to Tanya Harding's boyfriend. Then it was Tanya Harding gave the orders, and it was like, wow, it was live action television. So 30 years ago, Nancy Kerrigan.
Did you watch the series or the movie, like mini doc?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. I mean, it was wild back then.
Well, just the 90s.
The 90s.
You said it like it was the 60s or something. It was wild back then. That was the 60s. That's how we describe the 60s. But I say, fun fact, I went to a gaming event in Chicago probably like 5-6 years ago, right before COVID. Oh, no, it was right after COVID. It was like 2021. And ran into Tanya Harding. She was there. She's a football fan, and she's like, "Hey, Ahman Green, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "What are you doing here? How do you know who I am?"
That is awesome.
Bodyguard close. Are your knees okay?
What's that? Oh my, yeah, I was fine. Raff, that's a good one. That's just dirty right there. No, she was a great conversation, and we took a picture together. Everything. It was funny. It was a good experience.
AG, what do you got for us today?
Oh man, so like I said, I'm resetting, getting the school year started again. So I'm going back down the history lane of esports. So what was the first esports game out there, guys? You guys remember?
Not a chance.
Before? All right, in 1972, just a decade after the creation of Space War that I talked about last week, the first esports tournament was held at Stanford University, the Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, known as the Intergalactic Space War Olympics. This event was sponsored by Rolling Stone magazine and is widely regarded as the first esports competition in history. Participants competed to see who could achieve the highest score on the game of Space War, and the winner received a year-long subscription to Rolling Stone magazine as a prize.
Wow, how exciting!
You guys know who went to college at Stanford, right?
Yeah, Tiger Woo. I know that one.
Not the greatest greatest football player in the history of the world, John Elway.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
something like
I
that.
forgot.
Speaking of that, did you guys subscribe to magazines? Like what magazine did you guys subscribe to? I'm sure Raff was like a Sports Illustrated guy.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated too.
Was that the only magazine that you guys really subscribed to?
No, I did like after I retired from football, I did Entertainment Weekly because of the movie. I'm a movie buff, I'm a movie guy. Just to see because I didn't read all the get into the cover stories, interviewing with Ryan Reynolds or whoever. No, I just want to get to when the movies are coming out, who wrote them, who directed them, who's going to be the secret co-star actor, actress. That was me. So I would say Rolling Stone magazine and Wired magazine because there's my video game and Game Informer, which they just shut down. Sadly enough, Game Informer magazine was around, I say, from the mid '90s, and they just shut down this past summer. Back in August. So
Sports Illustrated, you always had to be kind of tricky with that because you wanted to wait until you could get the best. Like they had, if you sign up for Sports Illustrated now, you get your Denver Broncos 1994 team tape and you get their 1990. So you look for the best package for when you got it.
The bundle that you were bundling in, huh?
Yeah, you had to bundle it up. So I remember I think it was 94 actually. It's like you can get the Denver Broncos. So I was like, oh, I got to get this, and this.
Oh,
so you got
you
like
about
3
to lose
things
your
to sign
mind,
up.
right?
Yeah, I had to be strategic with my Broncos stuff.
Raff probably spent his entire allowance on Sports Illustrated Broncos Bundle Edition. So
see, back then it was crazy. See, I feel bad for you, Nick. You never got to experience this, but back in the day, the cover of Sports Illustrated, if your guy was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you were down at Hinky Dinky that morning picking up an issue because John Elway's on the front. They're 8-0. They just it was pandemonium. So speaking of that, you were on Sports Illustrated, weren't you, AG?
Yeah, I was humble brag twice on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
it was a training camp edition.
That is so cool.
It was the training camp edition as a Packer, and then our run for number 2 as a sophomore going into the '96 season.
Yeah, that's awesome. Big Red Alert was that?
It was Big Red Alert or something like that.
Yep.
With me on the cover, toting the rock. I think it was the Missouri game from my freshman year. That was the cover photo.
With Sports Illustrated, so obviously we're all like different generations, or I am a different generation from you guys. But my growing up was with Sports Illustrated was go to my school's library and we would have it. Like our school would have a copy of it. So whenever we were in the library, it was like, let's open up not chapter books, but we were opening up Sports Illustrated, and so we could check it out. And then we never had to subscribe. So I have never subscribed to a magazine. Like I subscribed to certain online sites, but like the old traditional way where it got delivered, never subscribed, because that's just never. I mean, when I finally learned to read, after when I was 5 or whatever, like we just didn't have to worry about subscribing to magazines. So it was good from there on out. All right, guys, we're up against the clock. We got plenty of stuff to get to. NFL, I think we need to talk Sunday Night Football, and that the fact there's a team that's 14-3 going to be a wild card team in the NFL playoffs when we come back.
Crazy.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at cobblecars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hey, Reese, you hungry? You know I am, Mama. Let me introduce y'all to my canes. We got chicken fingers. They hit the spot, baby. Fries are golden crispy, Texas toast crunchy, and they cane sauce right. You go to coleslaw right here. Ooh, Lord help me. This sweet tea makes me sweet. That's what my mama said. So what are you doing right now? Get your mom to take you to Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Hello.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit lovboma.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with winds letting up in the afternoon. See a high around 20. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and it will be cold with a low of just 6. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return with a light breeze and a high around 22. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 3.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches
college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
That's right, guys. I just talked to Cameron Hall of Doors Plus just a couple of weeks ago, actually, and he was making sure that I let all of our listeners know, hey, it's wintertime. Things can break down. Don't automatically think that it's replace your entire garage door. Doors Plus, they are very aware that it's a lot of times just need to repair, not a replace. It's much cheaper, much more cost effective. Make sure you give Doors Plus a call today. DoorsPlusLLC.com. Cameron, Sydney, their team, incredible, some of the best in the business, and we obviously love working with them on our show, guys.
Nice. I was just reading too that Andrew Berry is reporting that Deshaun Watson had a setback in his Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
So, man, if you're the Browns right now, you're kind of in a state of flux. You're not really sure because they readjusted his salary or whatever a little bit, and then now you have to decide. Man, I'd hate to be a Browns fan.
Yeah, so obviously, like AG, with that, where do you go from here if you're Cleveland? Because you kind of know what you had behind Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, like DTR is fine, right? He's not going to be a starter in the league for the foreseeable future unless something dramatic happens, injuries, or he has a major step in the right direction in the offseason. So if you're the Browns, as you do restructure Deshaun Watson's salary, are you trying to cling to Jameis Winston, who has had plenty of experience as a starter in the NFL with multiple teams, and for you, as recent as this year? Or are you maybe leaning towards free agency to the draft? Where do you go from here?
Man, I'll listen to my mom and my grandfather say if he got, was it one in the hand, then two in the bush or something like that. So I got one in the hand with Jameis Winston. So I'm going with that. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to draft just to, pay attention to the later rounds because, maybe a second round quality quarterback. But knowing we have a Jameis Winston, and then we draft a young quarterback or even free agency, that person can develop behind Jameis. And then that could reset and kind of have the numbers at the quarterback position because, you want at least three back there to back up, Jameis, two more. So get some young guys back there to develop. And unfortunately, got to wash away what happened with Deshaun Watson between the injuries and his gameplay when he was trying to, getting his career restarted with the Browns.
Did you guys see the Cowboys also yesterday?
I saw they lost to the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Well, Cooper Rush had a player performance bonus. Yes. He played yesterday. He'd get $500,000.
He got benched, right, or something like that.
They didn't play him, and then Jerry Jones said he didn't know about that. Well, I'm just like, well, you had all these opportunities to play Trey Lance a couple weeks back, and you never even it just and then you see Tampa Bay going out of their way at the end of the game to get Mike Evans that 5 yards to get his 1,000 yards. It's just the difference in organization. It's crazy. That just makes my skin crawl a little bit. It does.
It feels slimy, right? Because it's 100% avoidable and I feel like as hands-on as a couple of these owners and the ones that act like GMs are also in the role of GMs, like the roles and how hands-on they are, it's kind of hard not to be aware of that type of stuff. Like the Robert Krafts of the world, the Jerry Jones of the NFL. It would be surprising to actually know and with certainty, can say that they did not know about it or were not aware, or somebody in their group
they knew
were not aware of it. AG,
they knew, they know. Trust me.
Hearing that, I was just like, man, that's just because I mean, Cooper Rush has been the last couple of weeks. Cooper Rush has been playing good football, So it wasn't. So then you do that. And the only reason why was like, well, save them $500,000 because they've already pretty much like with Trey Lance. I'm just not sure what's going to happen with Trey Lance because if you wanted to take a real look at him, you have been playing him the last 2, 3, 4 weeks because of what they traded to the 49ers. Well, now he's a free agent, so it's like the Cowboys pretty much are going to get nothing out of Trey Lance. So it's weird.
Yeah, the NFL teams, they do crazy things with players. They feel, excuse me, that don't have value to them. And on some level, I had a kid, I think I just mentioned it last week, that I mentored. He was a Patriot. He came in free agent from, talking about KJ, it's Raff, you know him. Unfortunate situation where he went there free agent and didn't play all year, and he was healthy. Yeah. And what he was told was that we're after the third or fourth game, they figure out there's going to be a rough season, so we're going to develop all the young receivers, and not let you play. And then eventually, they finally gave him his walking papers, probably like a
3
month
weeks ago. Yeah,
to the Commanders. So it worked out for him. So NFL administrators, organizers, the leaders that do the negotiating, sometimes they have their finicky reasons. It looks weird and crazy to us as fans, as people that understand the game and free agency and how you handle players, manage players, but it's something that you wouldn't. I know I wouldn't do it like that. At least I'll communicate on some level to let them know what's going on, and obviously give him a chance to run to another team if that was the case in that situation. So.
Yeah. So once again, there's been a couple coaches fired as we get ready to head to break here in just a second. Been a couple coaches fired. Obviously, Doug Peterson in Jacksonville is one of them. But I've been surprised by a couple of the decisions from some organizations to stay with their general managers. And with that, I suppose coaches as well. And one of those that pops up is the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are in a weird spot. They've had some of the worst years that they've had in the AFC South under Chris Ballard, their general manager. It does not look like Anthony Richardson is going to be their quarterback for the long-term future. And guys, the way that Jonathan Taylor came into the league, and you'll remember that back then also, that was when Michael Pittman was a true wide receiver one for that team. And they had some experienced guys on defense as well. And I don't know if you guys saw the stadium there. We always talk about it with Nebraska football, but like the stadium in Indianapolis yesterday was bare bones. And there was people that were they owned suites that were not showing up to the game yesterday. Like there's been a stand from the Indianapolis Colts fan base, and yet they don't make any changes. And Chris Ballard's been there for more than 3 or 4 years, to where there's been you can look at it with enough substance and say, is this thing heading in the right direction or is this thing heading in the wrong direction? Right. But then you look at the division, and that's a division that feels always up in the air. It's like, okay, the Titans aren't very good after they made the head-scratching move on draft day to move A.J. Brown. They haven't been the same since. And once Ryan Tannehill got out of there and Derrick Henry. And then on top of that, the Jags are not in a good spot. They just fired a head coach. And the Houston Texans, in comparison to what we saw from DeMeco Ryans in year one, had a little bit of a sluggish year in 2024. That's a division that's up in the air every single season. True. And it was surprising for me not to see them not do anything.
Yeah, that division has been upside down for years. Even when the Titans were playing well, then the Texans weren't quite on point, or Jacksonville was off a little bit. So it's just interesting. And I just think that now, hey, if you need leadership training, call me. For those organizations, I'll just come in and work on the upper management part of it. Because it starts at the top, and if things are not right at the top, then things are going to be not right at the bottom too. It's going to just fall downhill to not having good leadership, not good accountability, not good integrity, not understanding that, hey, you got to be open, honest, and fair to everyone that's in the building, no matter who they are. From a player standpoint to an administrator standpoint, people that work in the negotiating office, people that work in the marketing department, got to treat everybody the same, and that when you don't, or when you don't, I say, hold yourself accountable to certain standards, then it shows in everything. And that's why the teams, unfortunately, have struggled in organizations that are not run properly. So we see that year over year.
And if you're a fan of the Titans or getting the new stadium there, you need to say a big thank you to downtown Nashville and country music, because
yes,
I just don't think they'd be building a new retractable roof stadium down there if they didn't have concerts and stuff.
Oh, got a retractable roof on that thing?
The new one's going to have a retractable roof.
It's going to be convertible, huh?
Nissan Stadium now is nice. It's not that bad, but
I saw the Huskers play a couple years ago when I think it was Tennessee. We had the Border City Bowl.
Yep.
I went to that with a group of friends. Back then.
That's right.
Yep.
But it's not a bad stadium now, and they're building a brand new one. It's like, wow.
Oh, okay. With a convertible on top.
Speaking about Nebraska and Tennessee, Nebraska, don't forget, making a trip to Knoxville in a couple of years as well. So that Nebraska will be going to
SEC
Stadium in a couple of years for non-con play. We talk about the AFC South, guys, and that division tossed up. Then you look at a division like the NFC North with the Lions, Packers, and Vikings. We're going to talk about that in the next segment to start, because the Lions obviously clinched the division, the number 1 seed in the NFC. But man, you got a team that's 14-3 as a 5 seed. The Packers are there, and they look like one that you just don't want to play them. Jordan Love was questionable during the game on Sunday, so there's some things there that they have to be concerned about. Christian Watson, I believe, was carted off of the field or carted from the sideline back to the locker room. So there's something there as well. I think we need to start out next segment, Raff, with the NFC North, because there's two different types of divisions there between like what we just got done discussing with the AFC South and then what we look at the NFC North with.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. So, all right, well, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and so much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. One-Eyed Ray is one happy Lions fan today as they clinch the first seed, or the number one seed in the NFC. Congratulations, right. One-Eyed Ray.
31-9. They hold the Vikings to their fewest points all season long. The previous low for the Vikings was 12. They won 12-7 earlier in the season against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and so the new season low in points were for the Detroit Lions. I think the thought going into last night's game, guys, was going to be, man, the Lions have 20-some guys on IR. Yes, they get Alex Anzalone back, but after the forearm injury and the surgery and the stitches and everything that we saw on social media, they get him back. But still, there's a lot of injuries on the Lions side. This is going to be an offensive onslaught. But it was kind of the opposite. Like the offense for the Lions wasn't that good. They put up 31 points, but I mean, the red zone woes, guys, for the Minnesota Vikings, I think is the most alarming thing to come out of that game last night.
Yeah, I see it as when you have a coach like Campbell, or I like to call him Gamble.
Yeah.
Is he like fourth down is Madden rules. I love it. I love it's Madden rules. I do the same thing in Madden. It's fourth down. So Nick, I'm going. If it's 5 yards, if it's 8 yards or less, I'm going for it. Just so you know.
Play the game the wrong way. Okay.
No, I play the game the right way. Okay. I played to win the game. Let's get that straight. All right. Yeah, exactly. And then I play defense. I lock people down. So here we go. And that's what happened with Detroit and Minnesota, locking people down, but then also getting Darnold off his spot, right? Because throwing those passes, he just move his feet just a little bit because he feels that pressure, and then that ball is just now 5 yards off of his target, Jefferson. Like that 10, one, the route he ran was perfect. Like Justin Jefferson ran a perfect kind of fadeaway streak in the end zone, but that ball was 5 yards off because Darnold was getting pressured. And now when you hear the commentators say, or commentators that are quarterbacks will say, oh man, he sees ghosts. Yes, he's feeling the pressure of what that first sack was to the second sack. And now he's like, oh man, I got to get the ball. He's like, getting that. And Raff, you know what I'm talking about, being a quarterback and knowing that feeling when you've been sacked early in the game and know now that pressure is going to be right at your collar. So when you throw and set up your feet are not quite in the position when you usually have a natural pocket, you have no pressure, and then you let it loose, you're nice and comfortable. But now he got pressure the whole game, and I think that's something that's a good job of Aaron Glenn being a defensive coordinator did to make sure. And then picking up guys like Zadarius Smith to make sure they had a replacement to Aiden Hutchinson, knowing that they had next man up mentality. And so they did what they needed to do. And in terms of sitting guys, they didn't have to sit because guys are hurt already. And it showed when a team goes out there that has motivation, they want to get that number one seed. Nobody's sitting. Everybody's playing it out. But great defense to get Darnold off his number, because if you don't get Darnold off his spot, it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a high-flying scoring game with weapons like Justin Jefferson and Hotchinson, the tight end there, and other people that on our offense, Aaron Jones as well.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out now for Sam Darnold. I mean, was he sort of exposed a little bit last night? I mean, if you're the Vikings, you've got J.J. McCarthy waiting there, to come back next year. I think this playoff game for Sam Darnold, I mean, not only is he playing for the team, he's playing for, he almost made it through a whole entire season to where he was going to collect a huge, gigantic paycheck from somebody, either the Vikings or in free agency. But that game last night, it sort of felt like, wow, he's maybe a little bit exposed. So I'd hate to say one game makes a difference, but man, I felt it kind of got that feeling last night. And just even from Vikings fans where it was like, whoa, I don't know if there's quite sold on him as what you thought going into that game.
It's one game. No, you better be. Who else you got? You got J.J. McCarthy. Not saying he's a bad quarterback. He's a young quarterback.
Daniel Jones.
I know. And they have Daniel Jones. So they got to develop two quarterbacks before Donald. They just played against a good defense. I say just from a standpoint of this team, when I say this team, Detroit Lions are on a mission from God, and they're going to the Super Bowl right now.
hey, that's probably the more mature and structured, take, I guess, AG, is that it's just one game. However, I mean, he did look like vintage Sam Darnold, unfortunately, just because he did look like vintage Sam Darnold because of he went 18 of 41 for less than 200 passing yards. And like you said, was missing guys well over their heads. I mean, and then there was also just bad reads because they drew up that play for Jordan Addison in the end zone. This is early in the game. Jordan Addison in the end zone, and they ran it. Jordan Addison was wide open, and he still did not pass it to him. He delayed and delayed and waited and waited.
Exactly.
But hey, you know what?
You got the wild card game.
Yeah, you got the wild card. Yeah, wild card game with 14 wins.
Enjoy your trip. Enjoy your trip out to LA.
Yeah, that's man. Like that'll be a
free record.
And that's the team you have to play.
Right.
The Rays are one of the hottest teams in the NFC right now. Yeah. They look to be as out of the playoffs as you could have been. And here comes Matt Stafford and Kyron Williams, their running back, is really, really good as well. And like this is not the same, Rams team that won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. This is a completely different looking Rams team. And the fact, I mean, they don't, you didn't have an
They don't have
MVP
a Donald.
type of year. Yeah, they don't have Aaron Donald. They don't have an MVP type of year from Todd Gurley. Like they don't have they don't have MVP candidate Jared Goff at quarterback. I mean, here's the thing. No. So I think it's the NFC is really intriguing. The AFC, obviously you have the Chiefs and then the Bills and so on and so forth. But from top to bottom,
Broncos.
Yes, the Broncos.
Thank
But
you,
from top to bottom, you look at the NFC and teams, seeds 1 through 6. I mean, because I'd include the Packers in there. Seeds 1 through 6 are certainly capable of making a run.
Facts.
So it's just kind of it's kind of crazy right there. All right, guys, let's take our final time out in this one. We have a couple Husker football notes that I want to get your guys' thoughts on, a couple of recruits so we can stay on time here. A couple of recruits signed or committed to Nebraska over the weekend on the defensive side of the ball. 2 guys that have quite a bit of experience from their previous stop. One of them was the conference player of the year in his respective conference on the defensive side of the ball and at a position of need for Nebraska. However, there's still some concerns about why haven't we heard about an offensive lineman, the Washington State offensive lineman committed to Wake Forest. So Nebraska misses out on another offensive line target. So what's kind of ahead for them there and other positions of curiosity and concern, I suppose. So Raff, send us to our final timeout, my friend.
All right, we'll throw it a break. It's The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and so much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Ever wonder what it's like to work for a company that actually cares? At Lincoln Industries, they're revolutionizing local manufacturing while taking care of their most valuable asset, their people. When you join their team, you'll enjoy comprehensive health coverage, wellness initiatives that work around your life, and benefits that show they're serious about your future. Plus, you'll be a part of a proud manufacturing tradition right here in the community. Don't just take their word for it. Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current opportunities and find out why their people love calling Lincoln Industries home.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again, wrapping up another The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket for a Monday, a chilly Monday. I'm ready for summer and golf.
Tell me about it. And what comes after summer is fall, and fall means football season. Nebraska in the recruiting world, transfer portal edition. One of them over the weekend. They added Southern Illinois defensive back Jameer Khan over the weekend. But a more notable name for me specifically was Georgia Southern transfer linebacker Marquise Watson Trent. Announced that he's going to play at Nebraska. I believe has just 1 year of eligibility remaining. He was the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Racked up, guys, get this, over his last 3 seasons, racked up 336 tackles, which was third most in FBS in the last 3 years combined. 336 tackles in the last 3 years, and at a much needed position of need, I should say, at a big position of need. Inside linebacker, you had some of the guys last year with, whether it was Nick Henrich, who was experienced and had been there for a couple of years. This year, it was obviously Stephon Thompson in kind of a depth role. You had Mekhi Bayer at times, but Nebraska figures out, maybe a big name to watch for that inside linebacker position going forward in 2025 with Marquise Watson Trent.
Yeah. Like you said, we're short of some linebacker numbers. It's good to get him in. And I was just looking it up too. So he played against Nebraska, I would assume.
He did
back
in 2021.
So he's already got one victory at Memorial Stadium. So hopefully he can add about 10 more to that.
Yeah, let's hope so. So yeah, Nebraska, obviously that's a big win that Nebraska gets. Then, like I said, Jameer Khan, the defensive back, probably going to play corner. Might not be a starter right away, but certainly will be one that we watch for playing time from Southern Illinois. Jameer Khan announced his intention to transfer last night. They also, Nebraska over the weekend had an Arizona defensive back. That defensive back room is one that they're going to probably try to boost up going forward, but then offensive line, certainly, right? You had the Washington State offensive lineman officially announced that he's going to transfer to Wake Forest. People kind of got freaked out. The whole Nebraska can't beat Wake Forest for a guy. You have to remember Jake Dickert, Washington State's head coach, went to Wake Forest, and Winston-Salem and a bulk of Washington State's offensive coaches, basically all of them other than Ben Arbuckle, who went to Oklahoma as the offensive coordinator. All the remaining offensive coaches for Washington State followed Jake Dickert to Wake Forest and to Winston-Salem. So that is a big pull for the Washington State offensive tackle. But unfortunately for Nebraska, that means that they've missed out on their top two priorities at offensive tackle. You had Isaiah World, who was the transfer. He ended up announcing that he's going to go to Oregon. And then now this one announces Wake Forest over the Huskers. So now it's, continuing to find somebody to boost up that offensive line, because you're obviously going to be replacing Bryce Benhart at right tackle. You're going to be replacing Ben Scott at center, maybe shifting a couple of guys around because Justin Evans will probably move most likely to center. So that means a guard position is opened up. Henry Lutovsky, Sam Sledge, some of those younger guys will get opportunities, certainly. But you got to figure out ways to protect Dylan Raiola and give Emmett Johnson some running holes to go through, guys.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, all right, Raffy, send us away. Let's get a little RGT action today.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take is actually just a gigantic, huge thank you. Yesterday was our 3-year anniversary of being on the air at 93.7 The Ticket. AD says it all the time, how grateful, not only, we love being on the air every day with you guys, but how grateful we are to the listeners, everybody that comes up and says hello. It's awesome. We love all you guys so much. Big thanks to DP giving AD and I a shot 3 years ago. We had, zero radio experience, but hey, dreams are made to come true. So big thank you to everyone for listening every day. We appreciate it so much, and we have a great time. So thank you so much. 3 years, boom.
Yeah.
There it is. AG, any final words?
No, I'm going to just piggyback on that. I think it's almost 2 years for me.
That is right.
Able to take me in on when I got there on campus back in January of 2023. And so now we're in January of 2025, a few more weeks from actually the date of. So appreciate being here, hanging out with you guys, and yet to get T-Far on the Call of Duty and you, Nick, on some college football or Madden. I'm still waiting, I'm getting old. Don't let me wait too long now.
You want to know what I did over the weekend? I was on that little flight simulator on Xbox.
Oh, they did. It's a new one, right?
It was sweet.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool. AD's obviously not here for AD's Attitude Adjustment. We still want to mention our partners at the Body Lab. Visit them online, the Body Lab, LNK. Visit them in person, 14th and Yankee Hill. They got everything from the cold plunge tub, dry needling. They have an infrared sauna, physical therapy. Rachel and her team, incredible. Make sure you visit them at thebodylablnk.com or in person, 14th and Yankee Hill. All right, Raffy, we got 20 seconds. Go ahead and send it away, my friend.
20 seconds. A lot of pressure for me here. Everyone, have a great day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice